YouTube.com.
And you're being recorded.
Is that like Wix?
It's like Wix. And you're going to go there and see this video somehow. You'll figure it out. They tell me. So we're going to do kind of like the expert panel. You guys have seen the expert panel before, right? Except some of us are tired of constantly being considered experts because we're not. We're experts mostly because of you, because we learn from so many different people how stuff gets done. We're going to do a little kind of mingle here where we're going to ask questions amongst ourselves here and see who's got answers and share some information. Instead of bringing 5 people up front to sit in chairs for you to ask them information. Make them feel all comfortable. You want to come sit up front anyway, Rick? It's all right. So, who here is having a problem closing customers above 50%? Anybody? Is that a good one to start with? You guys are awesome. Let's see. Who's having a hard time getting a consistent clean with their surface cleaners on their flat surfaces?
It's skipping constantly.
You're having the problem?
I was having a problem with it. It's, you either got to walk super slow, or it's just if you walk at a normal pace, it skips. You get those lines all the time.
Can anybody help Kevin out here?
And I mean,
how do we troubleshoot this problem?
What's your gallon per minute machine?
It's 5.5 gallon.
How big is the service cleaner?
24.
Shouldn't be a problem with that. Get 4 tips on it.
Yeah.
Get one of them bars. That would
When's
help
the
you out.
last time you changed your nozzles?
I'm going home with one today, tomorrow, so I'm going to switch it out.
Check the
Probably
pressure on your
nozzles. You
machine.
should throw them out every, depending on how much concrete you're cleaning, every couple of months, at least.
Really? Once?
About 50
Yeah.
hours.
Yeah, they blow through.
You wouldn't think that it makes a difference, but it does.
What do you think, Master Ross?
Water's got a lot of abrasive particles in it, and they can wear a nozzle quickly and basically turn it from 25 degree to 15 degree and then shorter than that. And that's where you do start running into problems. The tighter that pattern, the more it's going to streak.
I always thought of the orifice size getting bigger, but I never thought of the fan changing. Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause you change that, the hole size, it changes the geometry of where it's cut across the face of the nozzle too.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know whether anybody sees, it happens with multiple, the floating ones especially. When we come back and check the work, you'll see them as they wear. It's not a swirling issue. It's not like a zebra striping. You get like
Lanes.
like clean fish stripes, and that drives me bananas. And I'm like, and I start ripping it apart and rebuilding it, and I thought it was maybe the swivel going. Sometimes the swivels will.
Why do we get lanes?
I don't know.
Does anybody know why we get lanes?
If you clean one area twice.
It's kind of like mowing the grass, different direction.
So you're either not pre-treating, or you're, when you clean down a lane, and then you move over your surface cleaner, you're cleaning that 2 inches twice. So your actual concrete should be as clean as that line, but it's not. So ways to avoid it is to pre-treat, post-treat, or change to a 4-bar or 4 nozzles. So your pressure is lowered.
Lowering the pressure.
Lowering your pressure.
It's
Cross
crazy.
thatch.
We do to combat. You think because we'll change direction to see if that's the issue. We should make a checkerboard out of it, but it don't.
The only way to fix it if you're using it is to swirl it.
Go sideways.
The only way I get it off, you actually have to, because I can't leave it that way. It drives me nuts. Because as it gets dirty, it'll become more prominent.
What degree tips are you using?
I'm not. You know what? I'm buying them from the same vendor. EDI.
You don't really know that, do you?
I don't know.
You don't know what tips you're putting on. That's
well, I know the flow, flow rate. That
yeah.
Putting, the equivalent of their 5-gallon machines. So, so they're.
Yeah.
We've got the 5/0 tips, 2.5 on each side.
Your fan might be too sharp.
Maybe. It's but they work fine new. As they get older, like they're saying.
And of course, there's always screwed up concrete. When you run into some screwed up concrete, that's time to get it.
Yeah, and then sometimes if you treat and then post-treat just to try to make up the difference.
Post-treating, huh?
Well, if you can't get it clean, like we'll do Wawas
Yeah.
and stuff like that, the ones that aren't part of the gas station.
Huh?
And their concrete's always mangled, you know,
Oh, yeah, it's
between the
terrible.
tricks and all.
Yeah.
And you gotta heavily treat them, you know. When we're done, it looks like brand new, and then you go back 2 days later and it's a mess again. But if you clean and you don't treat enough, that you'll make lanes everywhere. But we hit it heavy with, you know, we'll treat all the carbon-based stains, all the natural stuff, any of the rusts. It's like 3 treatments just to get it to look normal. But when it's done, it looks great, and they love it. But the thing we still struggle with is these lanes showing up, even on residential work. I'm thinking it's my equipment failing. And then, like you're saying, we change our tips probably. I mean, these machines are running night and day. Some days they could be out running 18 hours a day. Like this last 2 months, we're running. This weekend we ran 4 machines, 30 hours over 2 days. I mean, it's a lot. They're running. But
I would try to make sure you're running at least 25 degree, not 15.
I almost thought it was a water issue, like not getting enough water.
I would probably
to the
back off actually a half gallon a minute if you could on the tips overall.
Yeah.
To try and slow down the impact, but that's my guess. I'm real new to surface cleaning compared to a lot of these guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, but what I do with my fans is I put CLR in it, the line rust remover,
Through your surface cleaner lines.
to my surface cleaner line.
Yeah.
Open it and spray it in it, let it sit. Then the next day when I'm ready to use it, it busts everything out.
Clogs your
And
tip.
after that, I just change the nozzle.
Mhm.
I have it going for another 3 months before it start acting up.
Depending on your surface cleaner, I ended up, depending on what size whip line you have too. Some of
But
them
I'm
will
running
do-
a 20-inch on the 5.5. So
The
Yeah,
whip
I'm
line will
running
matter?
plastics. Most of them sidewinders plastics.
yeah.
The whip line will matter.
Because on the classic, and that one's got the 3/8 inch on it.
Yeah.
But it used to go down to a 1/4 inch.
Ah.
So I put 3/8 all the way through to it, and then just use a ball valve. I don't use the gun anymore, so it doesn't have any. The only time it's getting compressed or going into a smaller spot is right before it, right when it hits that
You
switch.
put a high pressure filter where you connect the gun.
No,
See,
I don't have to.
how many gallons are you running?
It's 5.5.
See, I don't think it makes such a big difference until you get up more towards 8, because I still run the normal 1/4 inch just because I like having the gun there. So if I trip or something, you can let go, flip it over, the bar's not going to smack steps.
The pressure, I put a gauge on it, and it ended up being like an extra 200 PSI and made a dramatic difference as far as speed that I could get because it wasn't being
Because
stopped
it wasn't
there.
enough.
Yeah.
With my small 4 gallon a minute, never have a problem with striping or anything. With the bigger machine, always. You have to be very careful depending on the concrete. If it's residential and the driveway hasn't been cleaned for 7-8 years, it's already dirty. It's the post-treatment and the pre-treatment. Otherwise, you have to circle the bloody surface cleaner.
Another question, are you guys prepping the concrete before you start actually surface cleaning?
To me, every
I
job's
mean,
different.
prep it like, actually blow it, remove everything from the top of it, then saturate it, then put your chemical, and then come and just
Yeah, we keep blowers on the truck. This time of year you got leaves everywhere.
yeah, it's a special process if you don't want to see the line. Like
Yeah, we don't get it much.
we spend a whole lot of time cleaning it and
Pre-treated.
get great result. And it's very rare to see the zebra mark.
No, no zebra. I'm talking these paths. It looks like a strip.
That strip is in the concrete. I don't think the
No,
machine
that's
is
not
affecting
concrete.
it.
No.
Have you tried walking slower with your surface cleaner?
Yeah,
How big is it? Need any different?
I've run into those
I've
problems
seen it
too.
happen
I've
on
never had a
pavers.
good fix for
How
it.
big is
I think it's the machine. What?
How big is it?
The pressure
Surface
washer?
cleaner.
There's just that. We have those. We got around 4 or 5.
You got those
four
20
now.
inches.
20 inch, and then sidewinders are 20 inch, and then we got the big guys. They're like 28 or 30.
You can push a 30 with a 5.5.
The 28 you can. Yeah, absolutely.
It's just slow.
Yeah, it's slow. You
It's
can't.
really
Yeah,
really
you
slow.
push it, but you're not gonna get result.
Yeah.
Fortunately, we do a lot of concrete, and once in a while stuff comes up and you go, think you see everything, and then once in a while you get a curveball thrown at you.
You're never gonna see everything, there's always some surprise on it.
That's why we're
And
here.
I actually get pissed off when I don't see the result I like.
Yeah. I mean, we had a job we just did. We did 40,000 square feet of rust removal. It's the goofiest thing I've ever seen. Curbs, thousands of feet of curbs on these 2 commercial buildings. And we priced the job for rust removal, and they delayed the start of the job, and then the leaves start falling, and rain, right? So it took me about 3.5 days to 4 days to do the job. Because you got to pre-treat everything, you wear a mask, it's horrible. But the results came up beautiful. We're working with acids. You clean the concrete, then you brighten the concrete, and then the leaves fall overnight and it rains on them, and then they stay.
Then the same result come back.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I said to the guy, I said, look, I'm already removing these stains for you. He's trying to sell the buildings. I said, I want to do the work, but I cannot keep coming back here,
Because of the leaves.
brightening, cleaning the stains from the leaves. I'm gonna do it once for you, and I didn't charge him for it. It was a good number on the job, so I didn't mind it, but we made it like beautiful. I mean, look, the concrete looked like brand new, and they were having guys come blow the leaves every day until the leaves were done falling, the landscape people. And then they let it go for 2-3 days, and by the time we got to the other building and we'd come and check on it, I took pictures of everything, sent it to them. They loved it. Everything was stained again. I said, look, when you're ready, and you got somebody that wants to, when you're ready to, once the leaves are done, if you want me to come back, you're gonna get charged. But I'll make it look like brand new again, so you have it through the winter looking right. But, I mean, it's part of it, it's always something. Like the leaf thing is, that's a curveball. I mean,
It's kind of like a customer expectation thing too. Like leaves are hard because you're there to clean it and make it look right, and now you got to tell them, well, that will go away on its own, because it does. I mean, who sees leaf stains in June? Right.
Oh man, you don't see it.
Like it's gone. It goes away on its own. I'm sure everybody ran into the first time you clean the concrete. You're like, what do I do with those shadows from the gun? They go away.
Yeah.
They're going to go away. That oil's going to go away on its own.
Now that you have the big piece of gum off it.
Right. So like, they got to understand that. And I see people run in and not explaining that stuff. It's important that now for you, you'll probably be explaining that to the next guy in the fall.
Well, see, here's the problem. He's trying to sell the building, so like
he just wants it to show. It doesn't even matter at that point.
So I said, you want to wait? I mean, give it another 2-3 weeks. Everything will be down, and then we'll come back and do another shop. But that's on you. That's not so.
It's tricky when you're cleaning.
John, the most interesting thing you said though was the Wawas. You do Wawas?
Yeah, we do a couple. Yeah, I mean, the ones
because they started doing them in-house. That's why. So it's interesting if they got people doing them.
They got those flatbeds. Some of the Wawas are committed to certain property managers, so it's their responsibility to clean it as part of the strip. But standalones, they do, especially with the gas, the gas stations. I heard that the Wawas were one of the family members' sons and the college roommate got together and said, we'll start our own in-house cleaning, and it's in-house. The guy running the cleaning for them is their own people, from what I understand. So, but
yeah, it's hard to get the contract.
Yeah, I mean, but you're gonna come across something you do. There's so many of them now. Now they're down to Florida.
Right.
So,
I only have one gas station.
you guys, they got
We got a
this
couple
way?
in Williamsburg and ones around us are absolutely filthy.
Yeah.
Where you talk about stripes, you can see the stripes from the surface cleaners.
Really?
Yeah, they're bad.
They got nice trucks, they got nice equipment, flatbeds, they
Yeah,
run,
we've seen them.
put together nice, but I don't know, I mean, they tend to do everything first class, Wawa, but, and then we're at Ordinary Village, so we're not that far from their corporate office. And they're, I've met their management, they're like, everything's on camera. They know, if somebody slips and falls, they know, the main people know about it within no time.
Sheets has their own backtrack. They do it.
It's pretty cool how they do it. I mean,
They're all wrong. They got a 4-gallon cold water machine, 32-inch surface cleaners.
Not all of them.
restripe every quarter.
In Wawa's case, though, they don't
See,
need
down where I'm at,
environmental
they
at
don't
all.
use small
They're running
machines,
it right
they
out the
use big
street, in the
diesel.
drains, everything. And you can try to educate everybody what it's already done. They don't wanna hear it anyway, they don't wanna hear anything about it. They're just a fine
Yeah,
wait,
they're
they're
running
waiting
big
to get fined.
flatbeds.
Where are you at?
They got every town in their back pocket, man. You ever see them?
Yeah.
Like, look at.
Yeah, but that's not town.
They
Somebody
pour a
reported
beautiful
or something.
concrete
You're right, I
pad,
mean,
and within 6 to
and they-
9
I
I got a
months,
whole,
it's
I got a
nothing
whole
but
folder of
aggregate.
all the pictures of all the Wawas.
I don't know what size machine they're
I take
running, but I
pictures
know
of them.
it's big.
that's like,
Yeah.
Walmart's the
Oh,
same
yeah.
thing, right? They're real big into the environmental end of it. They don't wanna pay no money.
No, I know, that's amazing.
I'm like, you want it done like, you know, cause they asked me to do it, and I'm like, I'm not gonna run back, I'm not gonna run it back with it,
I'm not,
recovery.
traffic at Walmart, that's Gum Central.
I was talking to the guy over in something, you know the big one in something, off Eastern Road, down to Sommerdale, or, they were like, they seen the trucks one night, we were working overnight, I stopped in there for like, we ran, I'm still working on the line burst.
One that
I was going to grab a shirt, and, guy just, you know, we like to do our thing, I'm like,
I've seen them out there. It's crazy if you're out in the middle of the day too. I don't know how they get any work done.
you want recovery, I said,
All those cars always go.
what's the whole front of the place for $300, I'm like,
But the only problem with
that's
The question with the pressure washers, if it's
come in
new
the middle of the
concrete,
night,
somebody's
you work
stripping
and they
this,
work for free.
they strip the cream, what can be done at that point? I mean,
there
there was a discussion, yeah, I mean, there was somebody talking about, you could say new Chick-fil-A, they got jacked up real bad recently.
The only thing you can do is recoat it,
Okay.
resurface it, and there's several different
And then every
methodologies
store,
for
they're not on the same page with their corporate, like, store manager's trying to like win an award for best manager, like,
several
they don't wanna,
top coats.
they wanna save money.
It's a cream
Corporate
coat.
makes it,
Yeah.
they wanna do it right.
ready.
But
And
the store don't wanna pay for it.
there's different ones for different applications.
Assume you'd have to do either, not necessarily the whole area, but
Then
you'd
we
have to
have
do
one
whatever
where
blocks
the managers based off the
or is it something that it's gonna look real obvious?
You have to do expansion joint and
We'll put them in the
expansion
next
joint.
quarter,
Okay.
and then next thing you know, you're 3 months.
Otherwise,
Really don't.
I got,
Yeah, it's gonna look awful.
I used to do, my buddy used to run, down there
yeah,
on.
there's several different
And I
ways.
used to do the chance for the last couple of years.
There's
The
several
Two years
different,
ago.
there's probably half a dozen or better
You
different.
know Todd, I used to be a manager there, he was there for a long time, him and I
And
busted.
it's still hot,
So we were doing the awnings and all that.
Coatings, the front, the front.
different
The
things.
three sides of the building, he used to make it like that.
Profile it out.
When they went bankrupt, I stuck holding the building.
They're gonna
Holding the building up for life.
Concrete planer.
Used to make me
They're
build
gonna
it,
planer,
the hit,
grinder.
I
right?
don't
It
He
costs
stuck it for like $2,000, I'm like,
Unless it's really bad, like
right,
it
but
stains, I'll
sometimes,
throw down some.
so this guy's best. I
One
thought
of that,
they
the
go,
time just break out.
you know, I'm gonna talk to you about this because it's down in the bankruptcy court, and I'm like, thanks. Yeah. 15 years, it's the only person ever stuck me, the only corporate. I'm like, that's too bullshit. Nah, not the, yeah.
Okay, you just call
We did a couple Fridays, you know, they're pretty cool, they're like,
For the house, on average, like, low
a lot of these neighborhoods, I like them, they're pretty good, you work a week or two, 10, 15 buildings, and kind of stay put. But keep wanting to go up to bigger equipment, but the water's, you know, I was looking at trucks the other day, they want, the lady laughed at me, she said, what are you running? I said, you got like the E30, 350s or the MPRs we run. She says, they're 12,000 pound trucks, 12 to 14,000 pound trucks, and she says, what do you put in the back? So I'm like, the machines are about like 700 to 900 pounds a piece, 500 gallon water tank, and she's looking at me like, you know, 4 or 5 reels, ancillary equipment, hose, whatever, around 600 to 800 pounds of chemical and electrochloric. He said, and you drive down the road with that. I'm like, well, no, there's nothing wrong with the water. I mean, that's water tank, just so it's when you start with it. And the frame's still intact, and I'm like, 15 years, I never lost a truck. Like, he's going, this truck is so overloaded. I said, well, it's only when we stop to fill it. I mean, there's a lot of weight. And I drive it like this. It's so bad for the truck. I'm like,
I run the same trucks.
I said, you know, I mean, what's the other choice?
Yeah.
Get a truck that can hold 92,000 pounds.
Then I gotta.
Now your work deck is like another 2-3 feet tall. You gotta climb up on the damn thing and it's dark.
It's on his back.
And you have to have the CDLs to go with it.
Yeah, right? I mean, Tom's trucks are, he runs those utility bodies, they're nice. He's got everything in the boxes and cool. But,
Central.
you know, I'm not buying a $360,000 truck in Magnum.
No,
I'm just
it
not.
took me a little
I'll buy a truck for 5-10 grand, get 5-6 years out of it, and between all the chemical and all the stuff that hits the deck of those trucks, they were power washing the inside of them. I'm like, I'm just flipping around in their let's see if they can truck up. Now, clean it. They go in there and get the power washer. They power wash the deck, the wood deck, so they don't slip. I'm like, power wash it out, man. I got drains in the back.
I know last minute.
You know,
Well, last night they said they were said they were on the hotels.
you know what? I want to put them, but how do you move your machines around once they're in?
When I'm walking out
Oh,
here,
we just mount our stuff,
to go
we
to
just,
bed, do you have anything?
everything's in my truck is mounted.
Yeah.
Other one?
That's cool.
So,
That's the floor.
yeah.
Yeah,
And
I
it also
just
has,
all and get us to.
slip resistance.
Yesterday was.
But that's something that I do every year.
It just keeps
We have to put a new coat in.
That's awesome.
That was
I'm not
one of my
worried about. Plus,
I
I
gotta
gotta
get to the point. I went yesterday. I really like those MPRs, but they want so much money for them.
Straight shot down.
You're gonna use them. They want like 100. They put like 100,000 miles on them. They're like a 2011 with 100,000 miles. They want 30. I'm like,
Yeah, it looks good. Yeah, I was looking
TA trucks.
Drive up there.
You're down
All
towards
that
Philly,
truck.
right?
yeah,
Get
yeah.
on
TA
695.
trucks?
Are they here? They're in?
Yeah, they're down by the airport,
Okay.
right off of 95 there. You can see the shop off.
Off of 95.
Yeah, and forget what the bridge is. There's a bridge right there.
brand new.
Oh, that's
The
the
Ben, not Ben Franklin,
Huh?
but
Well, Whitman.
the Commodore Perry.
Oh yeah. All right.
They're right down by there.
Okay.
That's where we buy our trucks from.
Yeah.
And I think the highest we paid was 16 for about a 3-year-old truck that had 100,000.
That's not bad. I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, that gets paid, but
He buys a lot of Beans trucks.
oh
The car guy.
yeah, where he drives his auto parts around.
Yeah.
You've seen it?
Yeah, so the truck bodies get beat up, but he swaps out, he'll put good truck bodies on
I just
bad
put
trucks.
I just put a truck up in front of mine owns a storage facility, like, you know, where everybody goes and puts their stuff in a little garage. You ever see a truck where they go, well, let's use our truck to bring your stuff over, so it's 10 miles? There's a 2000 E350 with 40,000 miles on it. This guy's like a fanatic about keeping it. He changes the oil every so many months, don't even have enough miles, whatever. So I go to him, look, what do you want selling your trucks? Like I do a lot of it. I will buy that truck because I've never seen a hard day working in place, right?
I know Roof Cleaning.
I wasn't even needing to
I'm just the one.
all right, how much?
They climb all over roofs.
They only wanted to give me 6,000 for it. They wanted you to get more stickers off.
That's what's scary.
Let's have it on $4 grand, and I'm like,
It's gotta be
sold
something.
for $4,000. So I get it. I put gutter, I take the stickers off and then put like gutter tap on it, melts everything off of it. And so I get the truck back to square one, we put our letters on
As
it.
far as access and
With lettering and everything, you're into the truck for under $6 grand, you know. I said, and I swapped some equipment around, put a couple new pieces, and I feel still bad about seeing that truck, but we didn't pay much for it, you know, so.
Right chemical, don't want
I got a friend of mine that took the truck.
Really important that you preach
Every
that.
time.
A lot of people have a real hard time with that because they don't break down strong.
I look at my truck and I'm like, I'm just a cheese leader. I'm like, yeah, we're still on a leak at one point. I mean,
What do you mean there isn't water running out the side of that?
I got some machines I had from when I first started. They still run.
I got mine.
They're like 13 years old. They gotta have million miles on them. You know, so The hour meter, I don't even have an hour meter, but I'm like, I can just once it turns over, it gets running. Because
You can go spray right now.
I got the one machine that the burner went, I said, it's not gonna burn. It's gotta have like 4,000 or 5,000 hours. I cut it up and we made like a Frankenstein machine. Where is it? Just like that, I made it with a swivel. Bolted it down, and it's still wrong. They changed the oil and everything.
So I usually, you are.
I'm almost thinking something
And they paid it. I got a brand new machine. It's got like 100 hours on it, 150 hours on it. They still use that. If you put someone in a truck, the hot machine is 5 minutes.
The mini ball is the absolute fact. It literally fill these tanker trucks out of the factory.
It's got no hours. It's 100 something hours. This one, it was one of my original machines when we started. I said,
Like when you work with the manufacturers, it shouldn't be a problem because they move a lot.
I get a machine in like 2 seconds. So the spot's the same. You can get one of them and just swap it out. I can get rid of it if it's going to still run. I mean, it's probably not it. I have machines that are like 100,000 hours.
Work
They're
with
at least,
Ecolab.
they always,
It's like, man,
that
I'm out of
machine
bleach,
continues to run.
'cause
I can't get out.
work for a manufacturing company.
Yeah.
Sanitation, so.
Yeah.
It's like, oh,
The
man,
stuff
I've been
that
out of
breaks
bleach.
down, it made my life easier. I want to know my extra time.
My drivers
Kick
bringing
it
in
over.
stuff for Ecolab. It's like, we can produce it right here in Providence and bring it over.
No, we do, yeah,
It's
we
like-
should buy it, we used to pay people.
There's no reason to buy that.
Right now, I mean, I'm down so for everything.
I know, you know,